Michael McGregor with YHWH Resiliency. So we're testing out some new cameras and stuff, so hopefully it'll work out well. Want to talk to you today about building tribe, or we like to say mutual assistance group. And with that, you need to take in certain considerations. First of all, your mutual assistance group most likely will not be what you expect. You know, you're going to sit there and say, you know what, I've known Bob for a while. Bob's going to be a great fit. Bob's going to turn around and tell you, it's like, no, I don't want to be part of this. So don't get overly focused on who's going to join, and if, you know, Bob doesn't want to join, okay? You will find people. And one of the big questions I get a lot of times is, where do I find people? Well, you're going to find these people at church, at gatherings, just out and about. Talk to people. You have to people. So keep that in mind. And if you're an introvert, you're going to have to figure out how to be a little bit more of an extrovert. And why do you want a mutual assistance group? Well, one, you're not going to do it alone. One sprained ankle, your epic loot drop. Plain and simple, you can't do it all yourself. You really can't. And this fantasy of, I'm going to do it all myself. No, many hands make light work. So think about that. You need to have multiple people. You're not going to be running around wearing a plate carrier, a bump helmet, and run around with your AR 99% of the time. You're not probably even going to do it. Okay, so completely separate yourself from the prepper fantasy of, I'm going to be wearing kit and I'm going to be doing, you know, operator things. Are you an operator? It's not Call of Duty. It is survival. During the Great Depression, people weren't running around in kits. They were gardening. They were trying to be able to work, maintain their homes, build gardens, raise livestock. Okay? Look into history. You know, this fantasy that so many people within prepperdom has about, all I need is my kit and everything else and a couple of cases of MREs. Wake up. Okay, watching the doomsday preppers on YouTube, their clickbait titles, you know, 9 things you have to do before the zombies rape your dog. You're not going to find that here. Okay, our goal at YHWH Resiliency is to help you build your tribe and give hopefully useful and important information, and get away from the stupid prepper masturbation of, I have to buy all this useless crap that I don't know how to use. Okay, stop buying into the panic. That's a marketing tactic. Okay, but we do know bad things happen: blizzards, sicknesses, loss of jobs, train derailments, pandemics. This stuff happens. Next pandemic, are they going to be even stricter? Are they going to do even more things? Well, if you're self-resilient, self-reliant, if you are able to stand alone against what they tell you with your mutual system, with your tribe, you're one step ahead of everything. So, developing your tribe, where are you going to do? Where do you start? I always look to certain things. You have to ask yourself one important question when developing your MAC. Do you work well with others? That's an important one. Can you work well with others? Are you going to participate regularly with others to help build the group before anything happens? Are you willing to put the time in? These are 2 important questions. Yes, I have notes. Is everyone in your family on board with teaming up with others? That's a big thing. Is everyone in your family actually on board? Do you have a spouse that is like, normacy bias. And it's like, nothing's ever going to happen. We don't need food. We don't need guns. Is your husband that way? Is your wife that way? As a spouse? I know, everyone's like, well, it's always the wife. No, it's not. I know several people that the husband's just like, I'd rather sit around, drink beer. The end of the world's not coming. And if it does, whatever, I'll grab my 22 long rifle with a bayonet attached to it, and I'll get food for the family. No, you won't. Yes, I'm drinking again. And will you stay with the group, or are you going to evacuate under different scenarios? That's an important one. Are you going to, if there's certain scenarios, are you just going to bug out on your own, leave the group hanging? Are you willing to withstand austere environments? If things get, what's going to make you break away from that group? What's going to make you say, you know what, screw everybody out of here? That's an important question. Our mutual assistance group, we've lost 2 people, and they decided that one, just they didn't like the direction that the group was going. How can I put this? Many people within our group are in urban. Me personally, I'm actually against that. I think you should get out of the urban areas as quick as possible. It's better to leave 2 days too soon than 2 seconds too late. But they have their reasons, and they're solid reasons. I don't think urban survival is viable in the long term. It just isn't. Something to think about with your mutual assistance group. Also, we had another individual didn't like the fact that we gave ourselves a name, packed up and took off on that, didn't like the direction of it. My impression was the person wanted more of a sausage fest guy party where we can, stroke our guns and play with food. That's just my impression. You have to realize that people will leave. And it's like, wave to them, let them go. It's okay. You're not part of this group. You weren't meant to be part of this group, and we will find others. And we have. Our group has slowly grown. But those questions are very important for you to ask yourself before starting a mutual assistance group. And one of the goals, like I said, within YHWH Resiliency is to help you build your mutual assistance group through some of the mistakes that I've learned, some of the pros and cons of it. It is a learning experience, and it's needed more and more as we, as society starts, falling apart with economies and disasters and just political upheaval. Creating a mutual assistance group where you can rely on one another in good times and in bad. It's not always about bad times. And that's the thing. Too many people get wrapped up in this end of the world type mentality of, well, I'm in a mutual assistance group when it goes bad. Great. What about when it's going good? These are things. So setting up your mutual assistance group, let's go back to kind of what I said. You want to ask yourself those 4 questions that I brought up. Do you work well with others? And do you work well with others under austere conditions? Will I participate regularly with the others to build the group before the shit hits the fan? Is everybody in your family on board with teaming up with everyone else? And, will you stay with the group, or are you going to evacuate under different scenarios? And evacuation scenarios is a topic we'll approach on one of the other episodes. I'm going to make this a series, actually, and hopefully we will get more people to join in and watch. So with that, we're done with this first episode, and we will bring up some more topics on the next one. As always, please like, subscribe, comment. I can only grow this channel with your help, so I am actually asking you for that help. Be sure to check out the descriptions. There are companies and charities, organizations and stuff that are very near and dear to YHWH Resiliency. Please check them out. And as always, watch your six. Until the next episode, I'm your host, as always, Michael McGregor, and we'll catch you later.